Doing all right, doing all right.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Ready for tomorrow?
I think so. I think everybody's just tired of playing against each other and all the games that kind of don't really count. So I'm pretty sure it's been a long summer. Everyone's just ready to kick it off tomorrow.
We've talked a lot about just your role. And this time last year, you weren't really part of the rotation. And here you are. You came in as a starter, and now you're going back to a more reserve role, but
Uh-huh.
still a contributor on this team. What does that mean to you, just the leaps and bounds of these days?
It's big. I mean, it's definitely what I dreamed of. So to be here, it's kind of crazy still to think about, but just glad to be here. So, like I said, just kind of excited to kick things off. And, hope for a great year.
Is there an adjustment at all for you moving back into a more bench role where you're playing with some of those other guys?
Nah. I think the game will still be played the same way, regardless as to who I'm out there with. I mean, most of the time, either Domas or Fox will probably be out there. So, those guys will do a lot of the initiating and the playmaking or whatever. But I mean, I always like play off for other guys anyway. So I don't think there will be too much of a shift, honestly. And I mean, I'm ready for whatever I'll have to do anyway. So I think I'll be fine.
Keon, I know it's over. Preseason is over. But how do you feel like you played?
Me personally, I think I just tried to go out there and do what was needed of me, and kind of. I mean, obviously we have some new pieces, so trying to kind of figure out our new offense and how things are going to flow. So, kind of just didn't try to go out there and do too much. Just kind of whatever the game gave me, try to just take it. So, but I mean, now that the real games are here, so I know it'll be more game plan oriented as far as from other teams. Like they're probably going to really try to emphasize, limiting the amount of touches that our main guys get. So I'll probably have more, or they're going to try to force me to beat them in a sense, or our role player guys. So just kind of got to be ready for probably more looks and being ready to do more, I guess.
You've made a career to this point out of being flexible and staying ready and whatever came you've dealt with it. How much confidence does that give you with whatever the season might bring thrown at you going forward?
I think it gives me all the confidence just because I'm never walking into anything expecting something. So, whatever gets thrown at me, it's like, okay, this is what it is. Just got to go out and do it. So I think that mindset definitely helps me in any situation.
How would you say, or can you speak on how interchangeable this group is? Different guys playing with each other. I know you're going to get looks with all these different guards that you're playing with. So how comfortable is this entire group in just playing with different lineups?
Well, kind of like I said earlier, I think with the team that we have, so many guys can do the things that we do. Like you don't necessarily need Fox to bring it up the court. Our two can keep trying to get Keegan to bring it up more. Malik will. DeMar can handle it as well. Domas even too. So I think we can, give teams different looks with how we approach. So I think that's a unique thing to have as well.
What did you see last night? I don't even know if you saw it, but just from the Timberwolves last night against the Lakers, and they obviously have a new look.
I was kind of in and out of the game, but I mean, I think they have some new pieces as well. So I mean, it does take time to kind of figure that out and kind of see how the season shapes up. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they're still trying to figure things out and trying to figure out what works for them. But I mean, can't really look at that and kind of I guess judge that going against us because the Lakers are a different team. They have a different game plan going against the Lakers. So kind of just still have to respect them. We know what the Timberwolves bring as a team. So just be ready for that.
They lose Cat, they bring in Randall. How different of a look is that?
It's definitely a different look. I mean, Cat brings a different aspect to the game than Randall does. But I mean, they still have, Rudy down there, so they still have that big presence. And I think Randall gives them more flexibility on the wing. So just a different look to the team. You kind of guard them a different way than you did last year because they just didn't have that piece. But yeah, so it'll be slightly different this year. But I mean, I'm thinking they're still the same Timberwolves team.
Last year you were on a two-way still at this point. How different is it coming into this year, whether that's like your mental or confidence level, just being a full roster guy? Does it feel different coming into the season?
I would say so a little bit just because now like I'm going in knowing like, okay, you're going to get in, you're going to play rotational minutes and whatnot. So kind of knowing what's expected. And I think last year it was more so just a always being ready aspect. Like, if things are going super good, things are going super bad, like that's when your chances to come in, or if guys get hurt. So just always having to stay ready and then just being ready for the moment. I think that's the biggest change this year. But as far as me personally, I don't really have a shift in like the mindset or anything. So, but it is a different, complete flip, I would say.
What's like the biggest difference, just like preparing for a game, like coming off the bench versus starting, like now that you've done both?
That is a great question. Honestly, man, I just roll out there and I don't know, kind of just figure out who I'm guarding and kind of just play the game. But I think, I don't know, if you're starting, I think it's more so like you're kind of setting the tone for the team. So there's nights where the starting group starts off great for us, and then there's some nights where the bench has to come in and kind of get us back on track and whatnot. So I think that starter role is just more so like trying to give our team the best first punch. So I think with the bench, I mean, and then we go out there and try to maintain that. So I think that's really the two different things when either starting or coming off the bench.
Thanks everyone. Thanks, Keon.
Appreciate it, man. Yes, sir.